Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Chris, Simon, Daquan. Glad you guys are in here. Yes, let's go. I'm excited about this. Season's winding down. Regular season is over. I can't believe we've gone through the season, but new episodes every week. And here we are. Started this thing a long time ago. I cannot believe it, but here we go. Let's just get right into it. Everybody else will jump in. And if you're new to it, jump in on the comments if you have any suggestions. We're going to go ahead and recap the week. Just kind of look at what we've done from last week. We'll forward a week and we'll see how it goes. One thing that stands out to me is, so this is week 14. The pit game was week 14. Week 15, we're supposed to have a bye, but that's the December 7th weekend. And I think that's when we'll play the ACC game, championship game. So I think it's just showing us a bye now. Other teams have regular season games. Looking at the national schedule, like Oklahoma State's playing. It's before the Big 12 championship. But I don't think, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they won't play the title games until the 14th, which would go against the typical schedule. Simon, prediction 3 commits. I hope so. I hope you're right. You guys have been pretty good on the commitments, predicting them. We definitely need to move into the top 10. I think we're sitting at 13th right now. Cool, Carter. Let's get it. Absolutely. Glad you're here. Again, just scrolling through the list at our board here before we advance a week. Again, no points on these guys. Looking to do it more. Possibly if we can start getting some more points back. And then here's a look at our commits. Again, really excited about Trevor Davis, hidden gem. We get a running back, and Hefner. Brock's the big one. I didn't really touch much on him, but I'll show you guys why we're excited about him. The pass block, run block's going to be good. Acceleration's high. Has a chance to come in right away and help us as a JUCO guy. Austin Joseph, excited about him as well. 5-star quarterback. Okay, and just the rest of our commits. Happy about them. Good mix of current commits. Williams, Brown, and Seymour. Let's take a look at them really quickly. I think Weaver's the guy that we finally offered him, and he's the guy that might pull the trigger. He's always liked Miami, but yeah, we need to stick at these top guys. Seymour's the one that I really would like to have. Again, this is week 14. And that's just the way it looks right now, so that looks good. We just need to stay out in front, hopefully push it forward. And Dukes, we're hoping people don't get involved with him quite yet. Then Brown, yeah, Brown's one that we're looking at as well. That's the one that I think that'll commit. That'll be a big one for us. Again, looking at us scouting why he's important. Really good speed. And I don't know, that might make him our fastest corner. So that would be a good start on the team, not just the recruiting class. So that would be big for us. And then Williams was the other one. Everyone else has dropped off on him because he's considered a bust, 5-star, but I think he can settle into maybe a solid player and maybe develop as a center is what everybody wants him to do. Orange and Green Blood, man, glad you're here. Home with your son today. That's awesome. Enjoy. I appreciate you stopping in with us, but obviously spend some time with your son. We know what priorities are here. And that's one reason why I like knocking this out around this time. We've been doing Thursdays at noon all season long. Either lunch break. Shout out to everybody for they're on your lunch break. If you guys are working. And just taking some time to listen in, chime in here. And you can always watch it back. Okay. I think we're good here. I always like to show the guys that we've been looking at here. And Orange or Green Blood, man, I know I always say it, but you always pop on all of these videos. And by the way, I'm going to give you guys a little something here. Look for Saturday for a video on the site, on the channel. I haven't made any announcements towards it. I'm not going to hint at it. But it's something I'm really excited about. And Saturday will mark the 100th the 100th consecutive day I've posted a video to the channel. So I want to do something big for that. And I can't believe it's been 100 days, but I like that streak. No one's putting me to it. I feel like with everything going on, even with no sports, I've been able to do these videos. And you guys have seen those workout videos of the Canes doing those, digging out the archives of some recruiting stuff. You know, just multiple videos, coming up with stuff, live streams, things like that. So anyways, Saturday, big day, 100th straight day. Really excited about that. Simon, I know, man. Yeah, hopefully De'Eric does not have lingering effects from being knocked out from last game. Little concerned about that. And I'd say it's on me, but the only thing is, you know what? Like, we had that scare early in the year, but really, he's made it through the whole season just fine. Even though I've been running a lot with him. And then he just took a hit on that last game. And it is what it is. You know, like, I know the argument, and it's not just with our season, just sports in general. We're getting ready to advance here. But just, you know, the injuries, protecting players, sitting them out, and that kind of things. I don't know. I guess I just kind of believe players get hurt. It's the nature of the game, particularly with football. So we get a commitment. Okay, we do get a commitment. That's the big news. So we get a commitment here. Yeah, I appreciate it, man, saying I'm a trooper, but I really don't feel like, you know, I'm just kind of grinding away with it. Some videos are definitely easier than others, and learning a lot about technology of how everything works. You guys don't want to know how the sausage is made on some of this stuff, but learning how to do certain things has been a challenge. This is bad news here. Okay, so yeah, we get the commitment from Jack Brown. That's big time. Darius Gibson moves on. We thought that might happen, but that's just disappointing because he was scheduled to visit. And then here's some points. Yeah, we got the school record in passing yards. We also got the school record for passing touchdowns. Laquan, yeah, mass subs, blowing teams out. I hear you. I think, you know, the big thing, particularly on defense, just talking about that, like, these games, I just want the defense to keep continuing to shut people down, and it's not been happening. And then the offense, I guess it feels like there were some games early in the year that I wish I could have had back and done a little bit better. So I'm kind of sticking guys in when things are going a little bit better, but I definitely know what you're saying about getting the freshmen some burn. I will say, though, some of them are redshirted. And kind of looking back at the beginning of the season, I don't think I spent much time on showing you guys who's redshirted. So we get the Rob Wilson there. Man, that's disappointing about Gibson. Okay, let's look at where we're at here. Hold on. You know what? I want to get back out of this. I want to see if we're going to play in week 15. I was a little confused with what was going on with the schedule. Okay, so we do have a bye week for sure. Marley Mart, what's good, man? That's awesome. I'm glad you're here, man. Good talking this week. So, hope all is well. Glad you're here. 100 days, yeah, man. It's going well, and really, the support from everyone has been so helpful. Okay, it doesn't show, but yeah, we don't play. We'll have our ACC title game the next game. Okay, just doing a little housekeeping. Wanted to make sure that was correct. Yeah, Daquan, I think maybe we got on Gibson too late, but he was always on our list. It just maybe we should have put more points on him a little bit earlier. It'd have been nice to been able to scout him and realize how good he was, because then definitely, as soon as that happened, we were all on him. Okay, so here we go. I want to see top schools on Franklin. I just want to make sure, just see if we're making up any ground. Now we're back. Yeah, that's just not going to happen. It's disappointing again because we had a really big rushing day, but it's just not making much of a dent. That's my only hope. We're winning and running the ball well. Man. Okay, Alabama's closing the gap on us here. They're putting a lot more points on them. Hopefully we can just hold on to that lead. Same thing with Penn State. Penn State's putting a lot of points on them, but they've not offered yet. But we're maxed out at 500. That's the most we can do right now. And then, man, we are slipping, guys. Oh my goodness. Thanks to Quan. Yeah, no more recruiting. That's good to know. Yeah, we are just... We are not able to... The problem is we're not able to go more than the 500. When you have all your skill tree points, you can get up to 700. And right now, that would be huge. Because we are just behind on these teams. And it's going to be... It feels like it's going to be hard to make up. Man, I don't think we're going to get... Are we going to get any of these top 6 guys? I hate to be negative with it, but... Okay. We gotta go more points on him. Stay out in front. So Minnesota finally offered. They had not offered yet, I don't think, on Barry, even though he was leading. We might take points off there. That seems like a lost cause. What happened with Williams on the visit? Man. This is deflating, guys. We need to I don't know what's going on. I don't want to. Okay. We're going to have to regroup and see if we can do anything down the stretch. I still think we'll get Williams, considering no one else has offered, but wish we could have got him in on a visit. We come up just short. Okay, so Brandon Johnson, that was a big one from last week. So we added him back to the board. We were down by a lot, but we added him back to the board. We're the only school that have offered him. He's liked West Virginia. He visited. He did a little, he didn't get a ton of points, but they did win, but they still have not offered. I don't know why not. Okay. So we have about 1,500 points to work with right now. So Gene, Jackson, Tatum. We have not offered any of these guys. Let me know. Shout out, drop on the comments if you want to offer these guys or put points towards them. We've scouted them all. We can go back and look at how good they are. Weaver, we did offer him. Feels like he's going to commit. Little's another one. Again, if we want Little, we're going to have to put points. We're going to have to offer and go after them. And Daquan, yeah, the offseason fight that I think, I'm hoping it's kind of what we're banking on at this point, that the success we're having this season, hopefully it continues with these next 2 games. ACC title game, and then it'll be a big bowl game regardless of how the title game goes. If we win, we could get shut out of the national championship game, but it'll still be a big bowl. That'd be great to win that as well. So we got two opportunities for games here. Okay, just looking at our guys here at the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and take Gibson off. Wilson is the one that is going to visit. We should decide. Let's put some points. Let's decide on Wilson first. Simon, definitely want to look at the scouting, but let's look at Wilson since he's visiting. Let's see how much we need to go in on him. Man, those are really average, below average numbers. I'm going to be honest, I don't really care if we get him or not. It's just a body. To me, even though he's got good size, he likes Miami quite a bit. We did offer him. I'm just going to do 50 points. We can do more if you want. If you guys just like the idea of getting a body. And again, it looks like we're going to miss out on our offense. We got Brock, but it looks like we're going to miss out on Turner. So a guy like Preston is a guy that we might be interested in. I want to move Bowen up with the rest of the DNs. Let's decide what we're going to do here with some points, who we want to go after with more, and if we want to offer these guys. So again, Gene and Jackson are JUCO prospects. Dan Jackson with the good size. And then Tatum with good size at the end. Just to keep that in mind. Go back to scouting. Again, I'll start with Gene. We're deciding if we want to offer these guys. So power, finesse, and tackles, it's okay. You always want to be in the 80s, but not too far off. Jackson, a little bit better attributes on the finesse moves. Play recognition is good. I definitely would rather go there. Better size. Better strength. So I'd rather go more here. And then with Tatum, he's okay, 72 speed. I think there's a little bit more here, a little bit better size. Power moves better by Bowen, even though he's smaller. But yeah, let me know. Do you guys want to offer any 4 of these guys? I guess 3. Yeah, I offered by accident. Thanks for that reminder, Simon. No, I'm just kidding. It's yeah, it happens. And I guess I'm just making small changes here. I'm good with dropping Barry all the way down. I say we offer all those guys at the bottom. with where we're at with recruiting. I feel like we should drop Barry, good player, but we're too far down. Minnesota's offered. And we're getting hardly any bonus points. And we actually are losing ground on them when we had them at 300. Yeah, running back. You know what? And also, not just that they're going to be better, but I've improved with the running game much better. So I'm definitely excited about it too. Especially you guys saw what Chaney and Knighton did last game. Gives me a lot of hope. And I'm planning on starting Chaney for that ACC title game as well. Not breaking news. You guys probably already assumed that if you watched last game, which I assume you did too. Jackson and Tatum on the offers. I'm good with that. We've got a lot of points to spare. Again, I'm good with dropping Barry because I don't think we're going to get him. And the other thing, Minnesota's having a good year. I think they were like 10th or so too. So it's not like, even though we're having a better year, it's not like you could just say that you definitely have the advantage there for the off season. Okay, so there we go. A couple offers for Jackson and Tatum. I'm just going to slide them up a little bit. We still have a lot of points left. Little's another one I want to offer him. I'll show you why. So he's 6'1", 190. Scouting comes back good on speed and acceleration. Man coverage could be better. And I think he's a high school prospect. I just like that size. I want to offer him and give him some points. Yeah, let's check out the kicker. I remember we did offer him. I think he's the only offer. Yeah, the only offer. We can go more points on him. We definitely need a kicker. I'm okay with offering the other kicker too. I feel like it's so low in it. I feel like other teams are going to look for kickers too. Yeah, I agree, Daquan. I'm not surprised you're going with Chaney. And you guys, if you guys remember, a long time ago at the beginning of the season, I made that decision just to try to get it going because I could not get things going with Harris. Multiple reasons, but eventually found a better playbook, better sets to run out of. Offensive line got a little better. Again, I started seeing it a little bit better, and then I just kind of been sticking with Harris. Daquan, you plan on Heisman? I know everybody. I'm sure you are. I know everybody always asks me if I am, and I don't blame them. I get it. You know what? Let's offer Amos and figure it out. And I say that, I remember his speed, we were kind of hesitant on, or at least I was hesitant on him. Then comes back on speed, and 91 speed is what Cheney is. So let's just go ahead and, can't remember, did we offer him? No, but let's offer him. Again, I like sorting the board a little bit. It's not a huge deal. I just like to, with the points, to be pretty much in line there. Wow, they're really on. Ohio State is leading by a bunch, but he has no offers. And I would honestly be surprised if they offer him, because when you look at the scouting, there's nothing that jumps out. It's okay. It just doesn't jump out as a definite offer for Ohio State. Congrats on the national championship in year 2. That's awesome. You know what? Like, we have a shot this year. Our team's not as strong as if we do get to the title game, we'll definitely be overmatched. Like, the ratings are crazy with those top teams. But I will say, it feels like, even though we'll lose De'Aaron, this next year feels like there's no doubt that that will be the goal. I think winning an ACC title would be big in the progression of things. Obviously, though, I want to keep it going. Yeah, Jack Brown, big time corner. I know, we got the 500 on him. Or no, we got him to commit. Man, I'm slipping here, guys. Okay, I'm just going to do a little more points. I don't think there's a ton. Not a ton of action right now. What's going on with this guy? Do we remember? Okay, so he's really fast with terrible. He might be a decent special teams guy, though. I like the speed. Acceleration could be a little higher. How big is this guy? He's got a Northwestern offer. 6'1", 194. I don't. Okay, now I'm a little. I don't want to clog our depth chart with just guys, because it could affect us for the next year, and maybe this is a guy we just hold off on a little bit. I like the other guys we added here. Let's just look at our DB situation. We definitely needed defensive backs. And we get a couple corners. Brown's going to be a big one. Burns could be solid. And then if we could get Little. But I want to get premier guys. These are guys that are going to be solid. I want to get premier guys next year for sure. That's a huge priority. Receiver the same way. I want to go after those big time receivers. We like the receivers we have. Decent recruits, but the ones on our team should progress nicely. Okay, so yeah, the other one to think about is Trevor Davis, the athlete who could play safety as well. Hey, Daquan, since you're doing 2021, what'd you do at quarterback? And this is what we like at why he could be a safety if we don't want him to play him at quarterback, because we already got Joseph in. But his zone coverage and man coverage is really good. Play recognition, solid. And his tackling, where's his tackling? Okay, his tackling's not great. but I think it's like 6'1", 211. I could be off. 6'1", 200. Okay. So that is going to be helpful. Just that we have that option to piece it together. Maybe we'll just play him on both sides of the ball. That'd be a lot of fun. I want to go back to our primary. You think Mitchell to a corner? All right, let's go look at him. Okay, but with Mitchell, are you worried about the man coverage? I mean, we can get him on board and figure it out. He could also be a cut. You bring him in and cut him. That's interesting. Daquan, I definitely feel like it's going to be a huge debate with all of you guys, what I should do with it. Getting Joseph in, maybe Trevor Davis. Maybe there's some Tyler Van Dyke fans. Or Perry or Martell. I mean, it's definitely a lot to consider. I'm just touching these guys up, Adam, a few more points on each one. If something drops to your mind, or if you guys have an idea, let me know. Just rounding these numbers out, nothing big here. What do we got here? Okay, sorry, just kind of touching with these numbers here. Chaney, big year, that's good. I'm looking forward to a big year too. And I definitely, regardless of what we're going to do at quarterback with De'Eric this year, it definitely was a focal point. The passing offense, the whole thing. Make him a priority. You know what? Sorry. It's pointless here, but anyways, but definitely with Chaney, the other running backs, I definitely want to make our team a strong running team. Speaking of running, I was looking at, we're going to get a goal, some more coach points if we reach 2,000 rushing yards on the season. And with the performance we had last week against Pitt, we need 245 yards for the last 2 games to reach that goal, which I think would be really good, again, considering the slow start. Everything, going through everything, so I think that can happen. I definitely think we can get that done these next 2 games, even though it's tough opponents. Just the way we've been running the ball, and I want to make it a priority, and it'll probably be important to run against good teams here. With a bye week, would you advance this week today? Yeah, I guess I can. Let's do it right now. Kind of poking around there. There's not much to do. Let's go ahead and advance a week. Let's see. Franklin might be looking at how many young running backs you have. Yeah. I think that's a big thing too. He doesn't realize we definitely want to go with him. D-Best, glad you're here. Appreciate it. Glad you jumped on in the comments as well. You could always cut players during the off season. Yeah, definitely. And with that, we actually have, and I don't show it, but we actually have a ton of defensive tackles on the roster. Guys like Josh Neely, for example, and other guys. And that's from the roster that I used for the spring game before we actually started the Dynasty and before I moved forward with it. So in a sense, looking back, maybe that's affected some of our recruiting just because we have so many guys, even though they don't have high recruiting or high ratings. But I definitely just want to clean up the roster with that. Okay, man. Okay, yeah, and the Borregales stuff is disappointing. We felt like that was a possibility. Nothing else really going on. And just real quick, so Ohio State played Michigan and LSU, and that's what I figured. I figured we'd play Louisville. We'll just look at it here. We're obviously about done here because it says we have 0 points. And Daquan's obviously offering in here. No more recruiting until the off season, but it just gives you a look at where we're at. We'll kind of wrap this up by taking a final glance at some things here. So Franklin, we're trailing. But you know what? I will say this about Franklin. It's not looked good for us for a long time, but he hasn't committed. And that's a good sign for us because we've had a much better year than Florida State, and hopefully we can just really go all out here moving forward. Yeah, so still number 3. Like I said, so Ohio State must have beat Michigan. And then LSU played, man, I forgot who they played. But anyways, yeah, I'll show you real quick. But anyways, before we wrap this up. Okay, so we do have a little bit of a lead on Alabama. That's good. They're still closing. They gained about 300. That'll be tough. We got to go all in on him as well. Like I said, I guess it's a good thing. Even though we're trailing, I guess it's good that these guys didn't commit. It gives us a shot down the stretch. So we move up quite a bit. We make up a lot of ground there. But again, West Virginia still hasn't offered for Brandon. That'd be great for us. Awards list. We were in on a bunch, but we were like at the bottom of a bunch. Nothing really changed from last week. I can't imagine. Nobody had real big performance. I'll show you Heisman real quick, though. I do think we're going to win the Heisman with De'Aaron King. And it helps because the other guys, the other 4 contenders, are running backs. And the big thing that stands out to me is their touchdowns they all have over 1,000 yards, but their touchdowns are kind of modest, maybe close to 15, 10 to 15, nothing crazy. Daquan, should we go like just a bunch on Franklin? I think everybody would be happy about that if we could pull that out somehow. Man, that's disappointing. Okay, I know it's just a kicker, but we've been doing everything we can to get him. So I want to look at the top 25. I'll look at Heisman, but first I want to look at our class ranking, just to see where we're at. So we drop a little bit. I'd like to crack the top 10 just as a benchmark. I think that'd be a good number for us. We don't have the quantity. But if we can add a couple more of those top level guys. I know it's probably bad, but that's one reason why I want Darren Williams. Even though he's a bust, like it helps with our class ranking. Okay, I'll show you the signings. So we got 11 guys. What's great is those bottom 3 guys are really good players. So I think that even though it doesn't have the star ratings, and I'm not just talking like the way coaches do, but like we trust our eyes and we don't care what the rankings are. But honestly, like we do like those guys. A lot of speed. What stands out with those 3 guys? 2 at the top are really impressive, especially at that position. So happy about that. Let's see, look at ACC schools. So North Carolina, Florida State, Clemson. So again, just about to wrap this up. We'll look at top 25 and see what's going on with that. Why we're stuck at number 3. Those teams just keep winning. But first, let's look at the Heisman watch. See, there's Sermon. Yeah, 1,510 touchdowns. Like, it's not crazy. Derek's up to 44 touchdowns on the year. Everything stayed the same there. So this guy gets in there. Holy smokes. The 2 interceptions. Okay. Maybe we'll have competition there. 31, 6 rushing. Okay, so he's got 37 touchdowns. He's been up there before. This isn't new. It's just not in a while. And since we've been in the Heisman race, we've not really been competing against quarterbacks too often. Those running backs have been up there the whole time. Top 25. Yeah, so if we play either, I mean, these guys are 99 overalls. I mean, Ohio State's 99 across the board, and we're sitting at an 88. That's all right. Got to put in that practice time. They both play ranked teams this year. Or this week. So there we go. So Tennessee's 9-3, 14th overall. And then Minnesota, I told you they're having a good year. So 10-2. So maybe there's an upset. So it is a championship game for each one. And I don't see us, you know what? I have not even been like looking at trying to jump those 2 teams. Because we were far behind them to start the year, and we just kind of basically slotted up, and went right behind them. I haven't really been too much worried about trying to impress or do enough to pass them. That kind of stuff is really difficult. And just looking at it, I don't think. I mean, even it's going to be tough to it's not going to be one of these crazy blowout games. Louisville's good. You see them right here. What are they? 90 overall. Offense 91. So yeah, they're a good team. That'll be tough. Tutu Atwell. But then we get, so I don't know. Maybe we can jump them even if all 3 of us win. I don't know. It's out of my hands, I feel like. So yeah, that'll do it. Huge game coming up. ACC championship game. It's been a great year. Man, this is incredible. Just really glad you guys are here on the stream. I really appreciate it. It's been great. Our recruiting's doing well. I'm not too discouraged. I like the guys we have, and I think we can finish strong with some big guys here in the when we do our off-season recruiting. So that'll wrap it up. Definitely appreciate it. New episode every Tuesday. Just a reminder. So yeah, you'll see this on Tuesday, just a few days from now. But thanks. Appreciate everybody watching. Thank you for subscribing. We're getting really close to 10,000. That's crazy. Again, reminder, check out Saturday. I think it'll be something you guys like. And yeah, hopefully everyone has a good day. Take care.